Mark Carney as the Liberal savior? I don't think so. Hi, I'm Brian Lilley, political columnist for the Toronto Sun. I've been telling you for a while now that Mark Carney is not the savior of the Liberal Party. He is a smart guy who doesn't have good political instincts. Remember that beer can photo? He's holding a can of beer, wearing his Edmonton Oilers jersey during the playoffs, trying to look like a normal person. I'm not even sure that beer can is open in this. Besides, he just looks awkward. Then there's the fact that, well, he is someone who can't communicate all that effectively in terms that normal people can understand. That was a problem when he was the Bank of Canada governor. Sure, super smart, but to get elected, you need to be able to communicate effectively to the average person in ways that they can understand. Mark Carney has great difficulty doing that. So we're still not sure if he's going to enter electoral politics, but he has been appointed a special advisor on economic growth, not to the government, not to the Prime Minister, but to the Liberal Party of Canada and their leader, Justin Trudeau. A couple of things on this. One, last time we had one of these, it didn't go so well for Canada, but went very well for the company of the guy who was asked to head it up. Back in 2016, Dominic Barton, the chair of McKinsey, a consulting firm, they were appointed. And two main things that stick out from their report that the government implemented: increasing immigration massively, up to 500,000 people a year for permanent residency, plus making it a lot easier to bring in temporary foreign workers for low-wage jobs. This has been disastrous for Canada, both policies. We've got a housing crisis exacerbated by the massive immigration that we've got going on. We've got a healthcare crisis made worse by bringing in more than a million people a year without increasing capacity to our health system. And then the fact that the immigration system has just simply fallen apart. All of these are problems brought about by the economic growth policies that Barton recommended. By the way, after he left that, contracts to his company, McKinsey, skyrocketed, and an Auditor General's report raised serious questions about how those were handed out. So there's a lot of issues here when it comes to that last one. Is it going to be different with Carney? He's still a chair of transition investing at Brookfield Asset Management, a major vendor to the federal government. Are their contracts going to go up? What about Carney's positions on the board of Stripe, the major online payments firm, the position on the board of the World Economic Forum, his position as UN advisor on climate change and finance, Bloomberg Philanthropies he's on the board of, on and on it goes. There are no ethical rules for him to advise the government through the Liberal Party, just if he was appointed to a government position. So the Conservatives are now asking for the Ethics Commissioner to look into this. I don't think much will come of it. But then what of his advice? Yes, Carney is a smart man. I've said that for years, going back to when I covered him as Bank of Canada governor. But check out this clip from the last Ottawa mayoralty election.
Hi, I'm Mark Carney. I moved back to this city 2 years ago because I know that Ottawa is a great place to raise a family. It's got open, hot communities and a high level of community spirit.
Now, a lot of people are sharing this clip because Carney showing low energy, no charisma. He has charisma, believe me, he can turn it on, he can be a very charming guy. But in that clip, he is looking low energy. But what caught my eye was the sign behind him at the beginning. That's a sign for Catherine McKenney. She's the longtime left-wing councillor in Ottawa City Hall, an NDPer on the left wing of the NDP party. So he is essentially endorsing the socialist candidate for mayor. There was a Liberal, Mark Sutcliffe, running in that election. Sutcliffe won, but Mark Carney didn't even endorse the moderate Liberal running for office. What's he going to advise? This is showing that he is just going to bring about more left-wing ideas for the Trudeau government to implement. And in my view, Canadians are fed up with those. Let me know what you think. Drop a comment down below. Share this on social media. And don't forget to subscribe to our channel.